Hi everybody, I hope you guys are enjoying your lockdown, and I just try to get some rest myself. We tend to look at the news, and we start to count all the people that are getting sick, and we start counting all the people that are passing away. It could leave you almost insane. And if you're like me, if you're going to just keep on bombarding yourself with all the things that the media has to say, I think it could paralyze you simply because it invokes so much of fear in you that you don't start to think clearly. And the reality is, for a child of God, our clarity comes not from the news of the day. Our clarity comes from the promises of God over our life. And so I just want to talk to you for a few minutes today about Psalms 23. Psalms 23, the David, some theologians tell us it's not towards the latter part of his life. And he pins down, "The Lord is my shepherd." And I want to ask you this day, it's amazing how when we look at everything around us, we look at going and buying food right now as an adventure. Being locked up at home can be stressful on various fronts. And the question I want to ask you today is, who's your shepherd? Who is this God that you serve? It's easy when everything is going fine. It's easy when I can get to church on Sunday and get to cell group on Wednesday and run to youth on Saturday. But the reality is, who is your shepherd? Who's the one responsible for taking care of you? Number one. And number two, have you made peace with the fact that he is your shepherd? See, because David sort of goes on and he says, "The Lord is my shepherd." And today I want to ask you, who's your shepherd? Because if the Lord is your shepherd, then the next part is true. I lack nothing. Some translation says, "I lack no good thing." See, because if he is not your shepherd, then you're going to have to try and work this out on your own. But if he is, then take it, guess what? You're going to just have to rest because he's the one that's going to provide for you. And we know that David goes on and he says, "He makes me to lie down. He makes me to lie down in green pastures." And I think that's something that we need to understand, that if you want to experience this peace when the whole world is going crazy, then the most important thing is to recognize that God's your shepherd. The second thing is, when he is your shepherd, you're not going to lack any good thing. And when he's your shepherd, you are not going to be living in anxiety and stress and all of these things. You're going to recognize that he is going to bring peace and calm to you. So I want you to be encouraged this morning. I want you to recognize that God is in complete control, and I want you to let him be in control. Now, if you're actually a person that can't give control away, because I'm asking you to give it to the Lord, then you're going to have some serious problems, because the reality is, if you're in control, then you're going to make sure that you lack nothing. If you're in control, you're going to have to be the source of everything good that's coming your way. And I don't know about you, but everybody knows somebody who's a control freak. And the thing about control freaks is they not only do they don't like to delegate, control freaks want to control everything. Everybody else is wrong except them. They're never good team players. They're always judging and criticizing everybody else because everybody else is wrong. Now, the problem comes is when you're all locked up, and the reality is we don't know what tomorrow holds. What are you going to do? Because your strength and your energy alone is not going to make it through. You're never going to make it through with just your strength and energy. What you actually need is a good shepherd. You actually need to rely on him. All you got to do is be present. That's what sheep do. Sheep are present in that day. Sheep don't worry about yesterday and they don't worry about tomorrow. They're there and they're present for that day. And the thing that allows you to be present is knowing that you have a good shepherd. And so I want to encourage you today. Accept him as your good shepherd. Recognize him as your good shepherd. And when you start to do that, you will lack nothing. God bless you all. Grace and favor to everybody, and keep safe.